Well, somehow we're making the celebrated ace feel territorial despite having iffy scores. Is there anything else we need to be worried about?
国家という枠組みは崩れ去り、歴史は新しいフェーズを迎えることになりました。
You'll excuse me for doubting that nations will just disappear when a pair of companies get big enough.
それは彼らの新しい力を我々に見せつけているかのようです。
I hear China's been building plenty of artificial islands themselves these days. At least that aspect of the story is no longer science fiction, though there's probably differences in the details.
やがて歴史をどのように変えるのかまだ知らされてはいません。ただどんな結果になるにせよ一つだけ。
Well, whatever the result, I certainly hope it doesn't turn this world into something painfully similar to Armored Core.
新たな結果を残すことはできないであろうということでしょう。
I'm not feeling too interested in making marks on history, thank you very much. Just on surviving the present.
しかもそれが整備不良のチェックやってた時のミスでだ。
Was it a mistake on her part, or was it the engineers who made the snafu?
いくら最近出撃が増えたからってそりゃない話だろ。こんなことだからユーピョはハリコの虎だとか軍隊ごっことか言われるんだよ。
No, I think a good amount of that might just be the fact that both companies seem to own everything, including the news stations, and we got no one really dedicated to telling our side of the story. We're just caught in the middle.
本気で歴史を変える気みたいね。タイミング悪いけど、ユーピオの大スターは欠席。私たちだけで何とかしましょう。
That would probably be more worrying for me if we'd been given an actual reason to rely on our allies around here. But does she absolutely have to fly in that flanker? We've got some less impressive planes in the hangar she could choose from. I'd certainly be willing to take a downgrade from my F-16 if absolutely necessary.
海上移動としメガフロートにニューコムの機動艦隊が集結しつつある。ニューコムの体制が整う前にこれを叩く。なお、メガフロートには多数の民間施設が、また港湾区画には民間船舶が存在。
And what companies do those civilian ships work for? Seriously, when companies replace countries, what counts as civilian anymore? No, thank you. I think I'll stick with the Vulcan gun. Well, if we're a paper tiger, then we're especially dangerous to bureaucrats. Let's give them so many paper cuts that they'll be begging for peace, if only so they won't be bleeding on their paperwork. If I understand this correctly, we just avoid the yellow targets and stick with the white and red ones. I've got to admit, I wasn't expecting to have any targets we weren't allowed to shoot that aren't allies. I thought that was Ace Combat Zero's thing. Of course, now I'm wishing the series had already introduced the secondary weapon mechanic so we'd have some bombs as well as our missiles and machine gun. After all, we're attacking a fleet. That means we got plenty of ground targets to deal with. But we don't have anything meant for ground targets specifically. Not too surprising we just got tagged. Still, it's just a messed up paint job. Nothing too serious. That should be the last of the guns on that pair of ships. Now to actually sink them. Okay, that may have been cutting it a little too close to the ground, or water, really. I know the F-16 is a pretty solid choice for attacking ground targets. The wild weasels certainly swear by it. But we don't seem to have been given any particularly good weapons for striking ground targets. Maybe I should have gone for the heavy machine gun. Okay, I didn't even see the missile that just hit us. And I have the benefit of being able to pause and look at the footage frame by frame. I know the shot came from the launcher we destroyed, according to the radar, but I didn't see any smoke trail or any object coming towards us. Either I'm going blind, or that thing was outright invisible to us. Regardless of if that was intentional or not, that's fucking scary. Especially after my little speech to Dision about not relying too much on your equipment and being able to fight on instinct to at least some degree.
目標の沈黙を確認。引き続き残存戦力の総投入連れ。
Oh, thank you for making the enemy fighters priority targets, Commander. Sure, it's not all of them, but fighting other aircraft is kind of what we joined to do. It is called ace combat, after all, and the traditional way to be called an ace is to shoot down enemy fighters. Yeesh, I am just not that good at avoiding that stall-out message. Am I the only one who has mixed feelings about the computer that's been giving us those notifications? On the one hand, there's a rather soothing female voice that's giving us very short bits in English in an American accent. That's surprisingly relaxing when just about all the other dialogue is in a language you don't understand. Sure, I've played a number of games where the main characters speak something other than English, and I've needed subtitles to understand what they're saying. But those are typically either games set during Japan's Warring States period, or it's a turn-based game. It's kind of a surprising shock to my brain to be flying a virtual fighter jet, and at the same time English is not the main language over our radio. I mean, sure, the Japanese own plenty of F-16s of their own, but isn't the F-16 kind of an American-made plane? And, oh dear God, I think I'm starting to babble a little here. Oh dear. Anyway, back to my other thing. On the other hand, she doesn't have that many things she can say, and what she says already has text notifications that take up a good deal of the center of our screen. So I'm just not sure if I like that computer or find her annoying. Just like I somehow don't know if I'm enjoying this particular installment of the Ace Combat franchise. I appreciate the work the fan translators did, don't get me wrong, and I was pretty curious about this game. I would easily say anyone who's a fan of the Ace Combat series should give this one a try. Just fair warning that as far as I can see, your mileage may vary. Some of the innovations this game made to the gameplay mechanics of Ace Combat 2, we've already seen further refined in the later installments. And I can say that the story is a much different tone so far than what I was expecting. And I spent quite a while reading up on this game's story and setting to get an idea of what I was getting into. Targeting computer, I'd rather not destroy those yellow structures. I don't want to know what the consequence is for blasting things we're not supposed to. I've already made that mistake once in this mission. I already know I'm gonna get at least some form of complaint about the fact that I took my time trying to soak in and enjoy this mission instead of just zipping through.
Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
We may be a little more roughed up than usual, but hey, we got the job done.
現在作戦遂行中の全機に伝える。クラークソン代表の停戦交渉により、ニューコムとゼネラルリソースの間に停戦協定が
I honestly didn't see that coming.
全機攻撃を中止し、機関戦
Yeah. What's the catch? There's no way we're gonna hit the credits just 4 missions in.
ここでの停戦など老人どもが決めたまやかし
Those old men pay your checks, so listen to them.
思わないか
Excuse me for finding it hard to notice the world's going through some more changes when it's already barely recognizable to me.
ユーピオはただの階段に過ぎない もしその気があるのなら、このままゼネラルに来い。
Oh, come on! As if I'm gonna join up with the obvious villain in my first run through this game.
でも違ったの？ねえ、これ合わないの？
こいつを移籍させる気か。危険だ。
Calm down, it's gonna take more than what this prick said to me so far to make me turn to the dark side. Of course, that's assuming there's anything resembling a light side in this conflict.
サーフのエース、どうする？
Well, since I'm not allowed to shoot you down right here and now, you get to leave.
Inside.
そうか。残念だ。サーフのエース。
If you're gonna try convincing someone to switch sides, try to be more persuasive. Please.
空母に着艦するわよ。
Oh, this could end very poorly. Anyone know what the local religion happens to be? I'd kinda like to pray that I don't screw this up. At the very least, it looks like we've got the right approach angle. Wow! That went a lot smoother than I was expecting. Was that luck or skill? I can't really tell. Okay. Now the grading system is just messing with me. I thought our grade was all about how much damage we take and how fast we get the job done. Am I just misunderstanding when people are explaining it to me? Not that I'm complaining about getting an A, I'm just confused. At the very least, the peace talks certainly should shut up the newscasters who felt Clarkson is a living fossil who hasn't evolved to the times. The only question is, who's going to rock the boat and force us into battle again? It wasn't a very difficult decision. It's not like we've been given any reason to feel attached to a guy with a first name of Abyssal.